Before there was silence, there was a song, a single, perfect note that echoed through the formless void, giving birth to light, to life, to everything that is and ever would be. In this symphony of creation, there were harmonious celestial beings woven from starlight and devotion. Among them, one shone brighter than all the constellations combined. His name was Lucifer, the light-bringer, the morning star. He was a masterpiece of the divine, a mirror reflecting the Creator's boundless glory. His voice was the lead melody in the celestial choir, his wings painted with the colors of dawn. He walked through gardens of nascent light, where rivers of time had not yet begun to flow. In his heart was a love for the Creator so vast, so profound, it was a universe unto itself. He served not out of duty, but out of pure, unblemished adoration. The cosmos watched him in awe, for in him the perfection of creation was made manifest. He was a testament to what was possible when light was given form and purpose. But in the heart of even the most perfect light, a shadow can be born. It began not as a roar, but as a whisper, a subtle thought, small as a grain of stardust. As he gazed upon his own reflection in the cosmic mirror, he saw not just the Creator's glory, but his own. He saw his brilliance, his power, his unmatched beauty. The whisper grew. Why do you reflect the light when you yourself are a source of it? Pride, like a slow, creeping vine, began to wrap around the core of his being. The adoration he felt for his Maker began to curdle into admiration for himself. He started to see the symphony of creation not as a collective masterpiece, but as a stage for his own solo performance. He believed his light was his own, not a gift. He craved not to be a part of the song, but to be the composer. This was the first schism, the first crack in the perfect harmony of existence. He gathered others to his side, those who were mesmerized by his radiance and swayed by his silver-tongued promises. He spoke of freedom, of a new order where they would not just serve the light, but command it. He painted a vision of a throne higher than the highest heavens, a throne for himself. Love for the Creator had been replaced by a hunger for power. Devotion had soured into ambition. The morning star, once a beacon of divine love, now cast a long, cold shadow. War erupted in the heavens. It was not a war of swords and fire, but of will and spirit. Light clashed against light, a terrible, beautiful, and tragic spectacle. The celestial choir became a chorus of conflict. The harmonies fractured into discord. In the heart of it all stood Lucifer, his brilliance now a burning, defiant flame. He fought with the fury of a spurned lover, his pride a shield against the truth he once held so dear. But how can a reflection fight its source? How can a melody rebel against the composer? In the end, there was a great, sorrowful silence. The Creator, with a heart heavy with the first ever grief, made a choice. The light-bringer could no longer remain in the presence of the pure light he sought to usurp. He was cast out. He did not fall into darkness. He fell with it. As he descended from the celestial heights, his light twisted and warped. The beautiful dawn colors of his wings turned to ash and shadow. His radiant form became a monument to his own broken pride. He, who was named for the morning, became the prince of endless night. The broken world he inherited was not a kingdom, but a prison of his own making, an echo chamber for his eternal regret. He had sought to be a god, but had become a ghost. And so, the first sin was not an act of hate, but a tragedy of misplaced love. It was the story of a perfect son who forgot his father, who believed his own reflection was the original image. He did not lose a battle, he lost himself. He traded an eternity of belonging for a moment of selfish glory. Yet, the story does not end in this brokenness, for even in the deepest shadow, the memory of light persists. The Creator's song did not cease. It simply changed its key, becoming a melody of redemption, a promise whispered to the new creation, humanity. In every act of forgiveness, in every selfless sacrifice, in every moment we choose humility over pride, we help to heal that first ancient wound. We are all born with a spark of that original light within us, and we are all tempted by the same shadow, the whisper that tells us we are the center of our own universe. But unlike the morning star, we have been given a map back home. The story of his fall is not a condemnation, but a warning and a guide. It teaches us that true strength is not in exalting ourselves, but in surrendering to a love far greater than our own ambition. Even the fallen can rise again, for light is never truly lost. It is only waiting to be rediscovered. It hides in the cracks of our brokenness, a seed of hope in the desolate soil of our mistakes. When we find it, when we nurture it, we are not just saving ourselves. We are sending a new harmony back into the cosmos, a note of healing that reaches across time, perhaps even to a lost brother, reminding him that the path back to the dawn is never fully closed. The song of creation continues, and we are all invited to add our verse. Thank you for joining us in this story of light and shadow. If these words resonated with you, subscribe to God Story Reborn for more stories of faith and rebirth. May you find the light that waits within.